Hi gang, welcome back to the Unraised Latina Ever. Today I went on the air and I thought we were going to talk about illegal immigration, but like he was all over the place. And first of all, it comes off with a topic about beaches, which I like beaches and everything, but like I don't like to talk negative about anybody coming up in a race or anything. And like sometimes like legislation isn't always going to be popular on one thing or another, but you know what? You kind of look at the big picture, and the big picture is if our Republican guy doesn't get in over this fucking socialist Democrat, we're in serious trouble, folks. We are in serious trouble. And why are we in serious trouble? Okay, let me explain something. Okay, you have Bill Nelson, who is your typical libtard, 30-year politician. He's older than shit. He's been in this game for a long, long time. He's a complete talking head. And, you know, a lot of these idiot liberals are doing the sanctuary cities popping up all over the freaking country. We don't know where this guy's going with his thing and where, you know, what kind of stronghold he's going to get. But you know what? I've seen my taxes go up since he's been here. And I don't like it one bit. And in the last couple of years, just in the last couple of years alone, it's gone up quite a bit. And it's like still moving. So I really want him to move on out and get on down the road and get the fuck out of Pinellas County. And so I really don't care about the freaking beaches bill or whatever, you know. I mean, like, you know, yes, I care about the beaches and everything, but I wasn't there to talk about the beaches. I was there to talk about immigration. Now, what people don't understand is that illegal immigration is a bigger problem than we can ever imagine. We're seeing how many people, Bill, coming from Honduras and Colombia and all those fucking countries?
Who knows?
Okay, we're housing all their little kids. And, oh, they say we're abusing them. They have, like, some nice setups. I mean, these kids are going to school. They're getting 3 square meals a day. They're having life so freaking good, they're sending more kids. If they were being so abused, they wouldn't be sending any of their freaking kids. And the problem is that they shouldn't be sending any of their kids, and we should be turning them all away and sending them right back where they came from, because that's what we need to do. Because we don't do this to anybody else except for the people from Mexico. And the Mexican government thinks that we should just take all their crap. And you know what? I should tell the Mexican government, if I was president, I would tell them to go fuck themselves. Yes. Okay, you know what? On the radio, I am so nice. I can't curse or swear or really tell people how I feel. But I'm going to tell you all exactly how I feel. All right. Nobody cared about the illegal immigration and the crimes against the people that were harmed by MS-13 gang members or by criminal illegals driving under the influence or by just any of the crimes that happen to American people. Not to mention the bevy of services that they get. It's just a full array from healthcare, from birth to 21. And also, when our people get on welfare, we're supposed to show that we can get a job and we can do this and we can do that. Migrant workers are the exception because they don't speak English. So they come here not speaking English and being illegal, and they don't have to go out and prove that they have a job or they're showing incentive that they're going to get off the welfare system. They can just keep on milking it. It goes along right with the Farm Bill. They get special privileges, VIP treatment, and then they can have as many babies as they want. And the babies are funded from K through 12 education and learning both English and Spanish at the expense of our American kids. And then they get up in age and they get free in-state college tuition, what they call dreamers or dream acts and stuff like that from both the Republicans and the Democrats alike. And we are getting royally screwed up the wazoola. So it really fires up the Unraised Latina, because like today I ain't getting all my talking points in. And of course there was on the air people like calling in while I'm sitting there. I drive my car, my gas, and come all the way down to the studio, and I'm getting put on hold because like there's somebody that might have called in, you know. And of course, you know, we have this technicality. We have the Flores Act or something like that. Well, I don't really give a shit about this act. All I know is that they put it in place to protect the kids, to keep the kids separated from the pedophiles. You know what? You don't have them separated from the pedophiles when they're coming into the country. And it's like, you know what? You take the pedophiles and adults and you get them, you know, out of there. The parents with the kids, is you just ship them right back. You turn their asses around and you say, hey, get your ass back across the border. We'll give you a meal, and then you go back across the border. You're not coming for asylum. You have to show immediate threat. If somebody doesn't have a gun to your head, you know, and threatening your life, you can't just come over here and expect to become a citizen. Okay, many people live in the Middle East, and they have reason to feel fearful. Every single day they're in the middle of a war zone. There are many people that live in Africa. They don't even have houses to like protect them from the freaking bugs and animals that are out there. It's pretty horrible. And those people are somehow managing to survive. There's people from Haiti that came over to Florida. You know, my mom says they washed up on their boats and they were sick and dying and just horrible, right? And then we turn around and we ship their asses right back to Haiti, you know. And so my question is if we're supposed to take everybody, you know, what's going to become of this country? I mean, 20,000, 40,000, you know, we already have 50 million that are over here illegally that we need to get rid of. And then we have all these other fucking pendejos coming over here. Okay, we want to talk about Latino rights. Okay, I'm a Latina here, you know, and my family came legally and I've been here for quite a while. What about my rights? What about my rights? What about my ability to be able to get quality health care or to get a job or to have any kind of freaking rights here? You know, I don't even get a paycheck for my activism. You know, I do all this freaking shit free of charge, okay? Yes, I am one free ass Hispanic. You know what? A lot of these Hispanics come here, and you know what? The reason why they come here is because, you know what? Even getting paid $3 or $4 an hour is better than their shithole country that pays them nada, okay? So, what is it? The corrupt governments? You know what? But our government is going to be paying people nada too. You know why? Because, you know what? There's going to come a day when people can't sit around and just collect the check. Because we're not going to have enough people working to support the economy to pay for those people to sit around and get a check. And what's really going to be disturbing is when the robots start taking over these freaking minimum wage jobs. Right now, we're sitting on the gravy train. And a few years from now, we're not going to be so much. And if we keep taking in these fucking Mexicans from Mexico and Honduras and Colombia and wherever the fuck they're coming from, we're really going to be in a shitload of trouble, especially if we get a Democrat in after Trump, because Trump only has 8 years. He can't just be in there like some of these fucking communist countries that keep their presidents forever. And that would be great. I would be fine with that if we can keep Trump, you know, but he would probably get burned out too. They would wear that guy's ass down. My problem is that we have people like Jeb Bush behind the scenes who secretly plots against our president. Oh, well, we have to make it right for these people and not separate the families. And it's like, you know what? Nobody gave a rat's ass about if a white person commits a crime in America. They don't get to take their kids to jail with them, okay? They have this thing called CASAs and court-appointed whatever, special advocate, and they advocate for the kids. And you know what? Those kids have a better life than those freaking Mexican kids coming over here, okay? The fact is that those kids, and even in cages and in the worst, our worst attempt is better than their best, okay? You know what? But they live better than those kids in Africa and those kids around the globe. So if we're going to draw the line at those poor Mexicans, and we're going to have to take in those poor Africans, those poor Middle Eastern kids, I mean, it'll keep on going. But really what gets me is people like Sex and the City, Cynthia, was it Nixon? She gets on there and just starts spouting off a bunch of liberal crazy crap. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. And this woman wants to run for public office. You know, what is her job description? She was like Sex and the City slut, okay? Like anybody could have been that part, okay? I think she was a lesbian too, a lesbian slut. So this is what the Liberal Party has come down to. A lesbian slut thinks she can go out there and run for public office and spout off as an expert on immigration issues. And so the stuff that's coming out of her mouth is unbelievable, but she gets airtime. This is the crazy shit that gets airtime. And you know what? The Henri Latina is sick and tired of being jacked around by these people. And you know what? If you're a Republican and you're out there talking about Republican issues and Republican radio, and there's elections coming on, and you're wanting to take down some Democrats, you get behind the Republican candidates and support them and talk about the issues and not nitpick over what every little piece of legislation they've done right or didn't do right. You get behind our team, because that's the thing to do. It's the American way. And I'd rather have a Republican that's not perfect. You know, like even Marco Rubio is better than, you know, what's his name? Bill Nelson. You know, and I don't really, I mean, Marco Rubio does a lot of stupid stuff, you know, and I think a lot of it is because, you know, he he likes to say that he's helping Hispanics, but he's really not, because you know, it's like, you're okay. If you're really helping black people, would you take all the kids from Africa and say, hey, come on over here for a free life? You know, what about the poor Africans already here that's starving and in poverty? So would you say, come on, Africa, send us all, like send millions and billions? And what if 50 million Africans from Africa came on over here? I mean, people would be outraged. They would. They'd be like, who are all these Africans coming over here? You know, but nobody says a damn word about the Mexicans coming over for 30 years, 40 years, 50 years. Oh, they pick the fruit, you know. I mean, if the farmers are too fucking lazy to work their farms, then you know what? Maybe they should give their fucking farms to Mexicans, you know, and then, like, you know, then that would solve the problem. Then we wouldn't need any more illegals. We just have the Mexicans run the farms, and then we'd send the fat farmers to Mexico. They can retire down there somewhere and live fat and happy and do nothing, and you know, and support socialism since they like it so fucking much. Anyway, that's just weighing in from the Henri Latina. Thank God I'm not running for office. I'm never running for office. You know, I'm not a Cynthia Nixon type, because you know what? I admit I don't know everything, but I know a whole lot more than those people that are running for office. God bless.